Why are you wanting to share bioresonance therapy with the world, Dr. Eva?
I come from Poland, as you said. I came back after being out of the country for over 2 decades. I've come back, but I grew up in Poland. And what was interesting about my childhood is that we were already very aware of things like bioresonance. This is not a new thing. Poland actually has, and to be honest, we have our own scientists here who also contribute to the science of it. And we have a ton of bioenergetics practitioners. In Poland, if you go to a good natural health clinic, you're going to get bioresonance there. That's literally not going to be a single clinic that I would consider worthwhile in Poland that wouldn't offer this. I've seen excellent results with trauma. I've got amazing tools for trauma work. You mentioned havening techniques, but I use a ton of other stuff. And what people can turn around with trauma work alone is incredible to me. And I've seen this firsthand. But in terms of the more physical results, perhaps even hypersensitivity in people, also extreme toxic issues, autoimmunity, extreme pain issues. I've never seen results this profound and this quick that I have seen with this therapy. I think my first device I got just over 10 years ago, and that was expensive. And it's a clinical device, and it cannot really be used by somebody.
When you say expensive, you're talking about thousands, yeah?
Yeah, we're talking that my first device was about $18,000, and that was a long time ago. And when you have that, you do get good information out of it, but it's not for your everyday user. The system I'm using right now actually works with higher consciousness. It actually can target epigenetic trauma. Okay, most bioresonance devices can't do that. Most bioresonance devices work more on the physicality, like toxicity and pathogens. We've got those pillars of healing. We've got the physical, which is important to address. So we've got the physical, cellular, biochemical. You can kind of treat it as the same category. Then we've got the mental, emotional. And then the third pillar is more of the energetic stuff, the subtle energies, but also the wider field. And this system can actually works at all those levels. To me, it's incredible because some people who work with this technology really only just focus on cell membrane potential and, the physical stuff, which is really, really important because at the physical level, most issues are to do with dysfunction of the cell, right? So we need to correct that. And when we correct that, already fantastic things happen and the body just starts to correct. But we do need to work at those other levels to achieve the optimal levels of healing.
So this is very important. And as you say, what you're talking about, this bioresonance therapy, it's what's amazing. It's addressing all of that. All of these different levels. So perhaps we can just explore that a moment, the science behind this and how it relates and how it fits in with who we really are, the nature of the human being.
Just like you said, everything is vibrational. And I don't think your audience will be surprised to hear it because that's what you always talk about. But so when we're thinking about that, essentially everything boils down to frequencies. Bioresonance therapy works with our oscillations to optimize and promote healing, right? So it's the oscillations of our cells, our tissues, our organs and system, okay? Everything has this unique range of frequencies, right? And so then if we optimize that, so I want to say that from the beginning, this is not about treating anything. This is not about curing anything. We're not doing any of that. What we're doing is we are optimizing the body at, like I already said, the physical cellular level, the mental emotional level, and then energetic level for the body to function at its optimum. Obviously, when we're talking biochemical agents, we're talking drugs, but we're also talking supplements, right? And the reality is that the speed of electromagnetic signals is 186,000 miles per second, whereas the speed of a diffusible chemical is less than 1 centimeter per second. Okay, that's the difference we're talking about. So when we're talking about doing digital nutrition with this device, okay, we actually putting the frequencies of certain, minerals, vitamins, or whatever. That's going to hit the cell and get the cell what it needs a lot faster than you swallowing a supplement, maybe not even that good quality. But even if it is good quality, you still have to break it down. You still have to assimilate it. It still needs to get into the cell. And as we already said, if the cell membrane potential is a bit messed up, which in most people with the toxicity levels we've got everywhere, it is, then getting into the cell itself is a problem, right? Even if you're able to digest it. So there's so many different steps there. And with this technology, we're essentially bypassing a lot of it because we can be very targeted with those frequencies and we're getting right to the point of the problem. Everything has a frequency. So your cells, your tissues, your organs, your systems, your pathogens, chemicals, supplements, hormones, everything, yeah. Right? And the same with emotions. I don't want to forget that. Obviously, thoughts and emotions are also vibrational, right? Perceptions, beliefs, this is all vibrational stuff. So obviously, the science of it essentially is very, very complex physics. And then, as we know already, we can alter brain frequencies with things like meditation and havening and other tools, deep breathing exercises, and then we can bring ourselves into brain frequencies that are more conducive to healing. Another example is your heart. Your heart operates at a wide range of frequencies. And let's say somebody has a heart attack, for instance, or rapid heartbeat or something like that. You can actually use a bioresonance device to feed the frequency of 1.2 hertz, and you can slow that heart rate down. And that's going to be a reasonably quick response. Okay. Of course, you can start deep breathing and lower your heart rate. You can start having so it's one of the modalities. But if you have a device and just feeding that frequency, even if somebody is utterly freaked out and not able to breathe properly or not able to get in a meditative state, the device will still help them lower that frequency and will send the exact precise frequency that the heart right now needs in order to calm down, right? So that would be an example. And so the frequencies I'm talking about, that everything has a frequency, that's been measured. It's been measured. So that's why we know that a frequency of shame is about 20 hertz. That's been measured basically. And the same with liver has a certain range of frequencies that it operates at. Your brain has obviously a certain range of frequencies, right? So it's not one single frequency, it's a range of frequencies. But they're very, very specific. And this stuff has been measured because it's been around for a very long time, like I said.
But with this device, let's just address that if we can. So somebody who's hypersensitive to EMFs, is it safe?
So the people I work with are actually really sick people, okay? I usually get really, really difficult cases, lots of autoimmune stuff, like extreme ME, fibromyalgia, all of those sort of things. And a lot of the time, those people are very, very highly sensitive to all sorts of things, to supplements, to chemicals, to light, to sound, to whatever, you name it, right? So all I'm going to say with that one, and I do offer guidance if people need it. I do actually have an online vibrational healing academy that coaches on this specific system.
Fantastic. Dr. Eva, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Thank you, listener. Thank you for attending. My name is Lloyd Burrell. Until next time, have a fantastic day. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.